Hola! April Yvette Thompson here. So I'm a little humid here today, but I'm still here with you, running in the house. Hi, badass actors! Ooh, my hair look crazy. Okay. How are you, badass actors? I'm going to be looking for some questions from you guys today. I want to congratulate Antoinette and Shona and Melissa for hopping on the 6-week How to Be a Motherfucking TV Actor. Hello. It's going to be an amazing class, culminating an industry showcase for one LA-based CD and one New York-based CD or manager agent team. So it's going to be a very exciting class. Hillary Ward and I are teaching, and I'm very psyched to have sort of a New York and an LA collaboration happening, because I've had so many questions like that about should I move to LA, should I not move to LA, and what I want you to understand is that most stuff you get put on tape for. Hillary and I book stuff on TV. Hillary's a recurring on Sharp Objects, which will be on television this fall, and most of the stuff we book is on tape. So really it's about having a powerful team and having a flawless on-camera technique, like flawless, because you're only ever going to get this material the night before, like, or the morning of. And mostly that's because television is a kind of medium where anything can happen. The script's always changing. It happens really, 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 really fast. I mean, lots of shows, particularly popular ones, are shooting 20 episodes a season. That's a lot of work. If you look at the good old days of HBO, 6 Feet Under and Weeds, and you're talking about 10, 12 episodes per season. Primetime is doing 20. Can you imagine how much work that is? That is a series regulars who are working 15 hours a day, 11 months out of the year. It's hardcore. Their car picks them up at 4 a.m. and it drops them off at home at 11 p.m. It's hardcore. It's super fast. And as a guest star or a recurring, you're there to make the lead look good, which means you're driving the bus a lot of the time. You're doing the heavy lifting and the acting. You're doing the storytelling. You are driving an agenda to get emotional response out of the lead. You are keeping the ball rolling. And a good guest star, a good recurring, is somebody who can come in and deliver a performance with lines they got 5 minutes ago and understand the entire story and help drive the story so that the principal, the star of the show, can respond and have a fantastic performance. That's your job as a guest star. That's also your job as like a supporting series regular. You are there to support the largest story, and the larger story has a hero, which is the lead of the show. So you're there to tell their story. Plus, TV changes super, super fast. Depending on how last week's ratings went, the writer may rewrite the whole script that you just got. And the script that you actually speak the lines from that end up on set, that end up on the episode, are never the lines you got in the script that was handed to you, that was emailed to you the night before. It's often the script that's handed to you while you're in the makeup chair, at the end of getting your makeup on, 2 minutes before you have to go into rehearse. And rehearsal on TV, for theater people who are like, I'm going to rehearsal. In theater, we rehearse for 3 weeks. TV, you rehearse for exactly the length of the scene, 2 minutes, done. And then you shoot the scene. And you're expected to be letter perfect because they got 20 episodes to shoot. And the series regular, the principal of the show, has shot 20 episodes, and he's working 15-hour days for the last 6 months. And he has walking pneumonia and asthma, and he's exhausted. It's all on you. And they don't have time for you to make mistakes, right? So TV is hardcore, man. And the reason that you get stuff so last minute, and I'm not talking about a little bit, I'm talking about 20 pages. 7 o'clock tonight for an audition tomorrow at 11 a.m. And you still got to read the script, and you got to watch the latest episodes of the show so you know where they are in the story. And you're supposed to be letter perfect. Letter perfect. The struggle is real. And without a technique, you're just like a sitting duck. And I think especially if you're coming from theater, I have really bad news for everybody. What they taught you in graduate school is of no use in the television and film world that we work in now. What they taught you in that acting program in New York City, or that you were going through for the last 2 or 3 years, is of no use to you in the world of television and film that we work in right now. None at all. The process for preparation is nothing like what you get in those acting programs. First of all, you're dealing with theater scenes. You got 3 or 4 days to prepare. You got to rehearse with a partner. That's not the reality of this world. You're also not going to audition in the classroom like you've been doing in these programs. You're going to audition in a tiny little room with a little tiny camera right here, and you have to create the reality of an entire world. And you have 36 seconds to do that, going through the scene. Yeah. That you just got. Yeah. Or maybe you didn't even get the script, right? If it's a new series, if it's a pilot, they don't give you a script. Many times they make you sign an NDA so that you can't tell what the story's about. So mostly they don't give you a script. Yeah, it's real. So you're walking into a world that professionally you've not been trained for, and that you don't get rehearsal in. So where are you going to get rehearsal? Anybody can answer. Y'all can write comments, whatever. Where are you going to get rehearsal? You're going to get rehearsals in a class or with a coach. Now, people talk to me about money and blah, 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 blah. Let me run some numbers past you right now. I don't care where you're working right now. If you're living in your mama's basement, if you're getting auditions, you best get your ass to a coach. I'm not like Hillary. Hillary's like, love and peace, and we should all. I'm like, no. I'm here to tell you that if somebody is trying to give you a job for $25,000, I expect a $25,000 audition. Sorry. That's how it goes. There are 12 people on the other side of that camera watching that audition. There are the executives, producers of the show. They're the executives from the network. They're the director. They're associate producers of the show. They're the showrunner. They might even be some of the freaking sponsors from Coca-Cola who are paying for advertising time on the show that you're going to guest star in. Those people have millions of dollars riding on that episode. They do not have time for you to get it. You know that thing that you learn in school where they're like, don't hold the sides. Always hold the sides when you audition because people are going to expect a fully realized performance if you're not holding the sides. Hello. In the world of TV that we currently work in, the audition is a fully realized performance. You shouldn't be holding those sides. Those days are over. There are a list of casting directors. I can tell you, Meg Simon, right now, you best not go in her office and not be off book. Just smile. She won't be seeing you again. We do not work in a world in which you can not be off book. We do not work in a world where you can mark up your script and say, this is the action that I'm going to take with this line. You know why? Because what if the series regular or the star of the show gives you a different action? You've memorized your line according to what I'm doing is convincing him here gently. But that's not what he gave you with the text. And I talk about this in some of the other videos. If you memorize lines according to your acting choices, you're done. That's theater. That's not TV. The camera reads that as you anticipating what's being said to you next instead of listening and responding in the moment and allowing the other person to happen to you and allowing your subconscious to work on how you feel about that. The camera is looking to see whatever event is going on in the scene happening to you right now for the first time. You can't act that. Sorry. And if you do act it, it looks like shit on camera. It looks like schmacting. It looks like soap star acting, which is great if you're in soap, but not prime time. With all those cameras moving around you really fast and following you, yeah, it's got to be real. There's too many very large cameras very close to your face, moving at the same pace that you are, and those cameras are looking for you to lie. So TV is a whole nother medium. So for you to think that you're going to work regularly in TV, book a few guest stars a year, which will pay a mortgage. For For you to think that's going to happen without investing in that. Let's talk about why, when people say, when I did my solo show, I did the whole thing. I went to theater for 10 years. I did regional theater. I got regional theater credits up my butt. Then I did off Broadway. I played all the Shakespearean women, and I did my solo show, and I got all these credits up the butt. Working for $400 a week. Well, $80,000 in student loan debt. That was crazy. And nobody was trying to give me a raise. Like, the same off-Broadway theaters was playing $300 a week. Like, 10 years ago, still paying like, $389 a week now. I had no preparation for this world. And then on a fluke, I booked